Hi everyone, I'm Matthew, the College Railroader. Today I wanted to look at some really cool stuff that I purchased on Train World. If you haven't been on Train World before, it's basically like the Amazon of model trains. They're out of New York. They're phenomenal. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was. If you haven't gotten a chance, definitely look at it. There's always great deals going on. And one of the deals that I found were these beautiful Pennsylvania cars. These like coach cars, almost like from the 1800s. There we go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I have a third one too. And so I was looking at these and I thought, oh, what perfect, cars that I wanted for my little Porter locomotive here, which I'll show you. This is the one that I spoke about before. This was also on Train World. This is a Bachman, 060, Pennsylvania. I know they make other kinds. Absolutely stunning train. Great detail. Lights are fantastic. No sound, but I think it's what you get. It's also a very tiny train, so it gets by. Can't go up big hills or anything, but for a flat layout like these, fantastic. So let's do a in-box looking, and I'll show you what this great coach car has. Follow me. So right off the bat, I love the boxing of these Bachman trains. Anyway, I've always loved how they package their stuff. But, you guys can see there's a lot of detail already from the little treads on the side. There's even a little undercarriage area, which looks great. Couplers look amazing. It's those Easy Mate ones. This just kind of gives more detail about like what's inside and the specific types of rolling stock wheels. So the different points, as you guys can see, and then it talks about the easy coupler and stuff like that, which is really cool. Great performance with these Silver Series cars. So so let's open these up again. Simple pop open from the side, really easy. They just slide out just like that. A little bit of plastic on them, and on top, let me carefully get it out. Oh, wow. So it is very light, but the wheels, though, are completely metal, and so I think it gives it some sort of weight to it. Definitely heavier than like a standard freight car, I guess I should say, if that makes sense. Anyway, so you guys can see it says, Pennsylvania on it, and it's that classic brown color of the Pennsylvania Railway. And it's what I really love are these undercarriage area. The detail down here is phenomenal. I really barely see a lot of undercarriage detail. I couldn't say if it had like a logo, if it said anything, but that's just the detail. But yeah, look at that. A little, pipes and stuff just looks really nice. This little coating thing on the back. This number is 8175, which is the same one down there. So these two are practically identical. They didn't have another one of a different number, at least not that I could have found at the time. I bet they make them. I know they do Union Pacific, a nice yellow, a Baltimore and Ohio, which I believe is like a nice bluish color. Very nice. But yeah, this is the coach car. Love the windows in here too. Again, completely see-through, no cloudiness about them. There are no seats inside, which is a little bit of a bummer. So I don't know if you could fit passengers in there. I bet you could if you kind of open this up and kind of detail it your own. But yeah, this is really cool. And then I'm gonna get the combine one. It's called. I'll show you. Put him down. They call it a combine. Basically, I believe because this area. Let me go back for a second. You can tell that the passengers would sit over here because of all the windows. However, over here, this is usually where like the baggage area would be with those kind of cars. So I always like to think this baggage one almost like the caboose end. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get this thing open. This looks really nice. It kind of, again, standard flap, pulls right off from the side. There we go. It has a nice little plastic covering on top. The other one didn't, for some reason. I think that might have been because I was, playing with them earlier. We can take that off. Okay. Very nice. I have not looked at this one at all. Okay. Well, for starters, I love the back. I've always loved those kind of like parlor cars where they have like those like curved sides. I know it's not exactly like that because this front and back are kind of the same. But if you, I lied. I'm sorry. The back end does not have windows. So this side, or presumably the back side, that doesn't have any windows. However, when you look on this side, it does, because that makes sense, because those two would connect together, which I can't wait to have all three of them lined up, so we'll get to play with them a little bit. But yeah, same thing as before, kind of like the other one. It says Pennsylvania. The number is 4239. A little etched off on the side over here. Again, great detail. Undercarriage on the bottom. I love the dome roof on top. I don't think there's any windows in there, actually. No, it goes right through. So there's no windows on the top. Well, let me rephrase that. There are windows. There's no of like the plastic glass on it compared to like these side windows. Because if you look, that's the glass. There's nothing through over here, which makes sense. Those things are so small anyway. Not really an issue. But I love the dome on here. I love the big doors. Just really nice. Sorry. Little nice on the side. The hooks look great. Couplings, everything, and you guys can kind of compare like how big this is to my hand. It is the size of my hand. But yeah, no. All right, so we have those two, and then this one is it's the same one as the first one, the 8175 number, so there's no need to review the same one twice. But yep, we're gonna open them all up, and then we're gonna put on our Porter locomotive, and we're gonna have them go for a ride, and we'll see how all three of these work on the layout. Alrighty, so I just wanted to show you when you put them right on the track, even with one hand, they kind of go on pretty easy. If you listen, that's the pure sound of metal wheels on metal rails, which is just a phenomenal sound. That's how you know these are good quality. I do like a lot of Bachman stuff that they have. Let me connect them all. And again, all of the couplers are all like the same lined up. There should be no problems pulling this. Let me zoom back and scooch back. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at those three. Wow. I was torn if I should only get two, but I think trains, in my opinion, look nicer pulling an odd number of cars. I know that's such a weird thing to say, but especially when it comes to passenger cars, for some reason, if you have four of them together, to me, they just look awkward. All right, so I have the Porter train, kind of synced up. Again, perfect connection. Let's go off to the side. Oh, this looks beautiful. All right, let's start her up. So going forward. Oh, wrong direction. Whoops. All righty. Here we go. Oh, just it sounds like a soft, quiet rain. You can try to listen to the rails. I know the big fan on top of my room is buzzing. There it goes. Oh, absolutely stunning. I would love if I could even put lights in there. Almost like these orange ones. I know obviously the lights were not really be there, but just something to make these pop. Let's kind of ignore the printer in the back. Let's see it slowly go down. Oh yeah. Yeah, the color in the back, this is perfect. This is a perfect little thing to get. Each car, I believe, was around 25 to 30. It depends on where you go. For me, the best bet was going through Train World and not through like an Amazon. Unfortunately, there are no local hobby shops by me. When all else, definitely support your local hobby shops first. If you can't, or if they don't supply what you have, then you can go to the bigger corporations. I know Train World doesn't really need any help from a small college railroader to get the word across. But no, this looks stunning with the little Porter, and I believe he can go for around $50 to $70 actually. Again, DCC and lights are still all included with that, which I think is a really good price. Each of those cars is $30. So it sounds like a lot, but when you really think about that, that whole piece together would be what, 150, more or less, 160. I would see all the tracks and stuff still separately, but I'm a glutton when it comes to trains. But for someone who just wants to hobby, that this is all you need, just those three, and the train. Even the two, I think, would look nice together. Let's do that. Let's try it with just the two for a second. Simple, just take on, take off. Let's try it. Let's just try the two. You know what? Let's have fun. Let's have him go the other way. Actually, well, I was gonna have him spin around the other way, but this will work too. Let's just see him go backwards. I'm curious to see. Oh yeah, see, even the two look nice together. So maybe just get the two on those. Well, that does look really nice with the two together. I know I just said odd numbers look bad, but two, 3, and 5. Never go to 4. 4 looks weird. Just have it come around. That's very nice. Wow. This is phenomenal. This is awesome. My next bet would be to get another locomotive that would actually make sound to have this pull it, but that's absolutely amazing. So overall, I think these are beautiful coaches to get. I like that I actually showed you guys what it looks like pulling just 2 or 3. I guess that's kind of up to you. Which one do you prefer? I kind of like both, having it pull both, so you really don't have to buy duplicates of those first 2 cars if you just get, the 2 and just have this together. Now you're saving $30, and now with that $170 to buy this, 50, 30, 30, only $110 or $130 with tax. Now, you buy that, and you buy all the train tracks, like the expansion pack, like I mentioned before, which I also previously reviewed, which is also Bachman. You have those. All you need to buy are the tables, or you just use the floor, and then you have a great layout. You get some trees if you want, or a couple of buildings or stuff just to make it pop. But at the end of the day, it's all about the train and what it's pulling. And so with these cars, I think they're absolutely stunning, beautifully detailed again, very lightweight. So the train can pull them up great hills if you have like a nice or a very multi-layered layout, or just a one that really just goes above and beyond, literally, when it's raised up. My thing was, I love my Porter locomotive, even him in the previous episode, him just pulling this thin little coal car, I think looks wonderful. And that's like my favorite era, is definitely those like the turn of the century, 1800s style of, coal and steam are really the powerhouses of the country. But yeah, no, great overall set. A great coaches overall. Again, like I said, each one was $30. So that just kind of 25 to 30, so it gives you an option to play around with. I would highly recommend these. But I would also recommend, obviously, getting a locomotive that matches with it. You wouldn't really have a diesel pulling it. Maybe a little switcher train like this could pull it, almost like the ones that you would see in like Strasbourg, or like a railway museum where they show you, the old cars, but like a pretty new diesel to push it, because they don't have the steam locomotives and they can't really be as fully operational now because of all the environmental issues, understandably so. So even having something like this little guy, pull the cars, I think would also look just as cool. Something like that, to kind of show off, the history of trains. So that'd be even kind of cool, having that little guy pull it. stuff like that. Again, you play around with it. You kind of go out in the real world and you see what do real railroad enthusiasts and real museums and how they preserve the trains or what they do with it, and then you kind of incorporate that in your layout. You know, you put the real world in the layout, which is kind of what we have here. But yeah, that'll do it for now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And just like that, you're on the right track. I'll see you real soon when we come back. Thank you so much for watching the College Railroader today. Be sure to look out for more cool videos soon. Take care, folks.